Hello, welcome to the Select Board meeting of Monday, July 28th. It is 6 p.m. Let's stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, thank you. Our esteemed chair, Peter, is not with us this evening, but I'm here.
Yes.
Been a while. We only have one agenda item tonight, Madam Clerk.
To discuss and vote to authorize the East Bridgewater School Building Committee to procure and enter the contract with the construction manager at risk for the Central Elementary School Building Project.
Great.
Matt, just introduce yourself.
Yeah.
Go ahead and tell us.
My name is Matt Galino. I work for Left Field Project Management. We're the owner's project manager, or OPM, for the Central Elementary School Project. We've been working with the School Building Committee for the better part of a year and a half now. We have just entered into the schematic design phase of the project. The vote for the project is coming up this November, so we're in a key part of the project right now, figuring out budget, tax impact, and what the district share will be. A part of that process is selecting a delivery method on how the project will be built. There's two different ways to deliver a project. The first is called design bid build, which is Mass General Law Chapter 30, or construction manager at risk, which is what the School Building Committee voted to proceed with about a month ago, which is Chapter 149A. And so in order to proceed in that delivery method, we need to submit an application to the OIG's office. They review
the
it.
Inspector General.
The Inspector General's office. And they review it and confirm, yes, this project is suitable to proceed under CM at risk. So that's really what the ask is to receive authorization from this board to sign the application so that we can submit it. Once we get it back from the IG's office, we will then start the procurement process, soliciting construction managers who are interested in bidding in the project, and that will really go through the end of the year. We hope to have all of the construction managers pre-qualified before the vote in November, and then after the vote, depending on whether it passes or not, we would proceed in actually procuring a construction manager. At that time, we'll probably come back before we sign a contract and officially go into, move forward with that. So at this point, we're just looking to submit the application, get the approval from the IG's office, and then go from there.
Okay.
Happy to answer any questions they may have about either of the delivery methods.
Can you maybe just explain why the building committee chose to go with this as the option?
Sure. A lot of the site is relatively small, so there's going to be a lot of phasing kind of moving around the site. It complicates things a little bit. It is multi-phased in the sense that the school will be built, and then the old school will need to be torn down, and then fields replaced at that location. So just the complexity of the project just kind of lent itself to going construction manager at risk as opposed to design bid build. So those were, definitely the main reasons behind using this delivery method.
Okay. Catherine, do you have questions?
That was, so you're saying here that it would be, this is because of basically the schematic of where the new building would be built, is that you should be having an at-risk delivery method, if that makes sense?
It's not just like location of the building.
Okay.
There's a lot of different kind of factors that we look at.
Okay.
The location of the building certainly is one. Obviously, it's very close to the junior high school.
Yeah.
It's going to be a very busy construction site, so we want to make sure we have as much control as possible. For safety, security.
So we've got the elementary school still going full blast while the construction's
Correct, yeah.
going on.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll be building the new school while Central is still operational. And then once it's completed, we'll move the kids into the new building and then demo the old one. So just those kinds of phasing and ends up becoming challenging, especially in a design bid build delivery method, because you're creating the documents and giving it to the contractors and they price it, and then you get the low bid, and that's kind of what you get. With construction manager at risk, you have a little bit more control over who you can hire. There's a whole interview process, similar to how the OPM and the architect were signed on board for this process. So you get to kind of have a little more say in which contractor you go with, just to make sure that you get the most responsible and qualified contractor on your team.
Okay, and then could you clarify the difference where it says design bid build? The last bullet point of that is contract is based on lump sum basis versus open book accounting. Are those two, what does that look like? If you could explain that in
So for design bid build, kind of like I just said, you create all of the construction documents until they're completed, and then you issue them to interested bidders.
Okay.
You get bids from qualified contractors. You have to qualify them first. Once they're qualified, then they can submit a proposal. It's all done open.
Public bidding.
It's public bidding. Yes.
Okay.
All the public bids are open to the public, and lowest bid wins is essentially.
As long as they're qualified.
Correct. Yes, as long as they are qualified. If there's
Okay.
reasons why you can disqualify them, or they submit an incomplete proposal, you can move on to the second lowest contractor, but if they are qualified, they will get the bid as the lowest contractor.
Okay, and does CMR take off the table being able to choose the lowest eligible and responsive bidder?
There are still some.
Or is it kind of, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah,
but
yeah, no.
Or is it saying, which one do you believe is more cost effective in that regard? Do you think having the ability to design bid build and being able to choose the lowest, price, especially because I know a concern,
Yep.
especially with a lot of voters on the Central Elementary School project, has been, what does that look like for taxpayers? And
Right.
I'm just curious, which one of these have you seen in your experience being more cost effective?
Historically, design bid build is less expensive at the time of bid. The issue with design bid build is you get you get more change orders typically.
Okay.
If
Which
it's not
add
if it's
to-
not on the drawings, you got to add it in, and then they price it, and cost goes up. With construction manager at risk, you have a little bit more contingency built into the budget.
Okay.
There are still some subcontractors that go through a public bid process. It's not the full project.
Okay.
But like, say, electrical work is a filed trade bid, so that will be a public bid.
Okay.
But stuff like flooring, a carpet contractor, the construction manager at risk will hire that contractor, and what they do is they'll reach out to all of their carpet
Okay.
subcontractors that they know.
So it would kind of be like we're giving the contractor the ability to, the discretion to choose certain subcontractors for different jobs.
Correct, yes.
With the understanding that they are they understand the budget crisis that we're in here. And
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
Yep.
And they're still answering to the school building committee.
Yes.
Correct, yeah.
It also helps, I think, we're not going to be at the architectural plans, the construction plans as of November. These are the schematic plans we're talking about. If we hire a construction manager at risk this winter, we have another set of eyes working through the building plans and saying, okay, here's my experience actually managing construction projects along the school.
Yep.
You missed here, or you might not need this, or an alternate might be here, because that person has an interest in keeping the price under that guaranteed maximum price.
Yep.
And so it would more likely reduce the number, I won't say errors, but you were talking about change orders that come through and then increase the cost of the project.
Yep.
Other questions? Very good.
Another question I had was, sorry, I'm
That's okay.
asking all
Don't
the questions in the
apologize.
world.
No.
Another question I had is in regards to, design bid build versus construction management risk. would we be able to still see a number with CMR, like that the town would, like a town meeting, would there be a
Well,
number?
at the November town meeting, the town is voting a specific number at that meeting, whether we do design bid build or
Or-
construction manager at risk.
Okay.
In that, the maximum that we're going to be able, that will be authorized
Allotted
to
to.
bond is going to be a number.
Okay.
And that-
Okay.
and that will be the gross number. It includes the town share, includes the state share, includes the project manager costs, the architect costs, the construction costs, any other secondary costs. We won't be able to, it might be a higher number than this GMP.
Right.
GMP won't be higher than the number we vote in November.
Okay.
But that November number is the number that
Okay.
we will, that the townspeople have said, you cannot exceed this.
Okay, so regardless of whether we do DBV or CMR, that number that we vote on, there's an understanding that it cannot exceed that
Correct.
amount?
Yep.
Okay. And the school committee, I'm sorry, not the school committee, the central school building committee, they support this and they're under the understanding that this is still allocated into that cost?
Right. They think
Okay.
it's going to be a more effective way
Cost
of building the
effective.
project.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, I believe we had a 10-2 vote at, I think it was June 24th. But we had multiple meetings with the school building committee explaining these processes, and inevitably
that
they
looks
were the
like.
ones to
Okay.
decide. Yep.
All right.
And I will say those, the people on that committee have put in hours and hours
Of thought
of
into
time
that.
to get to that point
Okay.
of making that decision. I was not at that meeting, I was on vacation. But Melanie and Charlie are on that committee with me as well, and those meetings are long
Okay.
and detailed.
Yes.
So nobody's entering anything without a lot of careful consideration, especially looking at that end
Yeah.
figure.
Yes.
And holding that as like kind of the key piece to all of it.
Right, because
Okay.
we agree with
What we're
you, it's
looking at.
crucial that the townspeople understand that we're not wanting to spend money willy-nilly. On the other hand, we're going to be asking for sufficient money for a school that we're going to be proud of. It's not going to be a Taj Mahal, but it's also going to be a school that the town will be proud of and be able to fully replace Central
Yeah.
and be there for
If it-
50
yeah.
years or so.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay,
Any other questions?
I think that's it.
Okay, Charlie, anything?
I'm good.
Okay.
But we need to vote. What will happen then is, if you do approve this and we're able to sign off on it, Chris, it's really what it comes down to is Chris Kenny's going to also have to sign off on it. The IG's office needs town council to say, yes, the authorizing body has said, yes, we can go ahead and do this. We needed not just a vote of the building committee, we needed a vote of the select board. All that paperwork needs to go in by Thursday, the 31st. So that's why we're having a special meeting today.
Okay, and then, sorry, I have just one quick question as I'm thinking about this, because it does still have to get approved at town meeting?
No,
What-
well, the project does.
The project does.
Yes,
So
not
if the
this.
project isn't approved at town meeting, what does this look like here?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Okay. Okay, good. I was gonna say, quick question on that.
Yeah, I mean,
Nothing.
if we go to town meeting, we've asked for a certain amount of money, and we need the town meeting vote on the 10th, we need this town election debt exclusion on the 15th. If we don't get yeses on both of those, then it's
Okay,
literally, we stop in our tracks and
Okay.
say, okay, you know, we're going back to ground zero and saying, then what are we doing with Central?
Right,
okay, all right, good.
not good.
Not good, but good, good to know that this
Yeah,
isn't
no.
going anywhere if that doesn't go anywhere.
Nothing we're doing.
I was gonna say, hopefully it doesn't
because-
block this.
because-
We can't do anything
as-
without
Okay.
As Matt mentioned,
the people.
the actual contract with the construction manager at risk won't happen until after the November vote.
Okay,
So it's still contingent upon the November vote.
all right.
Yep.
Do you want me to make a
I
motion?
would love for you to make a
Yes,
motion.
okay. Motion to authorize the East Bridgewater School Building Committee to procure and enter into a contract for a construction manager at risk for the Central Elementary School Building Project.
And I will second that. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, there you go.
Great, I'll send a note to Chris tonight saying, please
Yeah.
sign.
Great. Yeah. No, appreciate the kind of last minute meeting. Thank you very much for.
Yes, thank you for answering my questions.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you'll you'll see us here again, hopefully.
A week.
Next
Yeah, I was
week.
gonna
Oh,
say-
yeah, we will be
Tuesday.
coming next week
Yeah,
as
we're
well.
doing a
Yeah.
larger presentation on the
Yeah.
project, bring everybody up to speed.
Yep. Yeah, we'll have more detailed budget information to go over then too. We just got back some of our schematic design estimates from the estimators, so
I
we're
saw that email.
peeling through that information now and, hoping to have, right now it's looking better than it was in preferred schematic reports. It's a little bit cheaper. We still want to get the number down as much as we can.
Less expensive. I would like it to be cheaper in one sense, but I don't want, we're not
Yes.
cheaping out on the town here. However, there will be no marble staircases.
All right.
So, great.
Charlie, anything else?
No, as, we'll see everybody again on Tuesday. I did invite the Finance Committee and the Capital Plan Committee, along with the department heads.
School committee?
I sent, Melanie sent out a note to the School Building Committee. I don't know that I sent a note, neither of us have sent a note to the school committee, but I'll send,
I thought I saw a meeting posted today for
Maybe.
school committee. Yeah.
For the building committee.
Oh, it's the building.
but I'll get to Gina or to Dan Pica, and we'll get an invite to them too.
Great, all right.
But thank you.
Thank you. for
Yes,
coming
thank you
in
very much.
Thank you.
All right.
We also have a community forum on Thursday, if anybody wants to join. It's remote.
Oh, yeah. That was,
on
But
Zoom
we'll be
Right.
updating people
Inf-
on Thursday as well.
Right.
And information's on the website so that people can go virtual.
Community Forum, Thursday, July 31st at 6 PM on Zoom. And the meeting is posted on the centralsproject.com, www.centralsproject.
And also the URL is on the web, on the town website under the meetings.
And there's a QR code on that.
Right.
Yep. Yep.
I'll take a motion to adjourn.
Second.
No, you make
I make the motion?
Yes.
I'm motion to adjourn, yes.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, we're adjourned. Have a good night, everybody.
Thanks, Matt.
Thank you. Thank you
See
so
next
much.
week.